Today is potentially a massive day in our save because we are playing second place Milan, who are only 5 points behind us. And it's only 5 points because we have dropped 2 more points. We are still undefeated, but we have drawn 1-1 with Genoa. A 4th minute penalty from Vlahovic, but then Kelvin Yeboah in the 58th minute equalising. They hold on. We've played some Champions League games as well. We've beaten Sevilla 4-0 in the opening leg, so we should be going through to the next round. We've also beaten Regina 8-0, Vlahovic scoring 6. So this is the state of all the competitions currently. 63 points at the top of the Serie A table. 20 wins, 3 draws, 0 defeats. Champions League 4-0 up against Sevilla. We have a Verona Coppa Italia semi-final. I think we should be able to win the Coppa Italia, okay? I've said it out loud now, which means we're probably not going to do it. Also, we obviously won the PS5 Super Cup as well against Atalanta in January. For the last however many games, this has been our starting 11. This has been pretty much set as our starting 11 now. And you can tell by all the lines everywhere. Carnesci in the sticks, Livramento, Bremer, Scalvini, Gvardiol in defence, McKennie and Locatelli on the wings. On the wings, in the middle of the pitch, Kulusevski and Chaser on the wings, Vlahovic and Milik leading the line. We've got some injuries, not a huge amount of injuries. We've got Divine Wrench currently out injured for 4 weeks to 2 months because he broke his ankle way back in January. So even though we are obviously having a spectacular season, Milan are actually also having a spectacular season. They've only lost once and they've drawn 4. We've lost 0 times and drawn 3. So that's the reason why they are so close to us at the moment. A win for Milan will basically put them at 2 points behind us. But effectively, it's that one draw that is the only difference between the two sides. If we win, however, that will put us onto 66 points and we'll be miles clear. That's not good. That is a potential foot injury 5 minutes in. Eli Wahi's going to come on then for Milik early doors. Is that a good thing, though? Maybe this is something that we need. Bring Wahi on. Wahi is the future of our Juve strike force. Him and Vlahovic playing up front for years to come in theory. Maybe getting him on early helps. It's certainly not helped this match, however, because there has been 0 highlights and we are half an hour in. Milan are getting their shots away. We are not. That's a concern. Considering this is a top-of-the-table clash, we are literally just nullifying each other, aren't we? It's taken till the 45th minute of the first half before the first highlight actually happens. Tamori with a free kick inside our half. Tonali to De Ketelaere. Mahrez is in on goal. He goes for goal straight across. Nobody was in there gambling. It goes off for a goal kick. That wasn't even a highlight either, was it? Half-time, it's 0-0. It's been probably the most dull game of football we've ever played. I'm going to say I'm far from pleased because we haven't done anything. We've had 0 shots on target. Maybe that early injury in the early sub for Milik might not be a good thing. Kulusevski's playing badly. Wahi's not doing well. Locatelli's struggling. Gvardiol and Livramento also struggling. I think Milan have our number here. We've also picked up 5 yellow cards as well. Great. Come on, game. This was supposed to be like the big, like, title decider potentially, and nothing is happening at all. We had one highlight and it was a cross. That's it. So Locatelli for Fagioli. We're also going to do Livramento for nobody. Okay, we've got no right backs. We've got 3 defenders booked and a midfielder and a winger. What do we do? Kulusevski's coming off. Almada's going to come on instead. Do we do any other changes? I don't think we do. I am looking at Wahi. He's obviously come on early and he's done nothing at all. We're at 10 minutes left and literally one highlight. Really, game? Second highlight. And it's the 83rd minute. Kalulu with a free kick for Milan. I don't think we've even touched the ball in a highlight either, have we? Tonali finds Zaferis. Ball forward. Finds Rafael Leao. Down to Rebic. In towards goal. And Ante Rebic has won it for Milan. 23-game undefeated run is about to come to an end. And it's because we've got no fight. We've had absolutely no fight in this match whatsoever. We've played poorly. We've lost to Milan. Oh, I knew it was going to happen as well. I just knew it was going to happen. And what makes that worse? 2 things make that worse, okay? First of all, there was 2 highlights in the whole match, which makes for a very boring match. Doesn't really build the excitement, does it? And secondly, we were shocking. We were absolutely appalling. All we seemed to do was get yellow cards. I'm going to say this is unacceptable. We still had the chance of finishing the unbeaten season. They all agreed. I'm also going to shout individually at some poor performers. I feel bad for shouting at Wahi, but we're going to do it. Bremer can also get a moaning at. You can also get Gvardiol getting a moaning at. Locatelli, Kulusevski. Your performance, I'm furious with all of you. You were all terrible. Oh, and the cherry on top of the icing, that was the defeat against Milan. Milik's out for 2 weeks. Great. Well, the good news is, next up, we're playing Lazio. We've got, I think it's somebody relatively easy in the middle between these two matches. We've got Bologna, who are down in 20th, so that's an easy game. We've also got Verona in the Coppa Italia semi-final. We're going to go forward to Lazio, who have just moved up into 3rd place. We might lose 2 out of 2. So we've gone forward, obviously, a few more days. We've played some matches. I'll get to those in a minute. But I've just looked at the league table. We managed to beat, I think it was Bologna. We beat them 2-0. Milan aren't ahead of us in the table. They should have been ahead of us. It means they lost their last match, which was... When was it? So we beat Bologna. Where did they play? So they beat us there. Am I missing them? Are they like really obvious, like right in my face? They lost to Genoa. They lost to Genoa. Mid-table Genoa, who are 8-8-8. They managed... Oh my word. Genoa may well have just saved our bacon, because now we have to play Lazio. A win against Lazio will restore our 5-point lead at the top of the table with 26 games played. We also drew 1-1 with Verona in the Coppa Italia semi-final, so that's not ideal. Let's play Lazio and hopefully get back to 5 points clear. For the Lazio game then, we've had to do some rotations due to fitness and injuries basically. Carnesci in goal, Livramento, Bremer, Danso and Vigna in defence. We've dropped Scalvini, we've dropped Gvardiol. It might be a big risk to drop both of them. Scalvini's on the bench, Gvardiol also on the bench but currently injured. McKennie and Locatelli in the middle, Chiesa and Almada on the wings, Vlahovic and Marcos Leonardo up front. If I just scroll down, you can see Wrench, Kulusevski, both now fully injured. Milik is back-ish from his injury, but we're not going to risk him just yet. Gvardiol, as I mentioned, also still somewhat injured. This is another huge game. Now, I'm going to come up with my excuses now. This is the first time that I've played Football Manager since the most recent update. So the Milan game, the 2 matches in between, and this match are my first 4 matches that I've played. And I'm going to potentially blame that for the reason why we've lost our unbeaten record. Also, since the update, we have picked up a lot more injuries, and I don't know whether it's just fixture congestion and it's just timed well, or whether something is definitely going on. 15 minutes on the clock, no highlights so far. We've had 3 shots, all of them off target, and Bremer has picked up a yellow card. Half an hour played, and Kevin Danso's picked up a yellow card, still no highlights. It's a free kick for Vlahovic. That's a long way out, mate. I know you want to try and score lots, but I don't think that's going to happen. Vlahovic collects the cleared ball in towards goal, plays it across straight into the hands of the keeper. That wasn't a highlight. Tino's now been booked as well, so that is 3 yellow cards in 35 minutes. And just before the half-time whistle goes, our other defender gets booked. So we've had 4 bookings, all of our defence are now on a yellow card. I mean, what are we doing? What's going on here? This is not right, and also everyone's playing badly. Right, we're going to do Scalvini for Bremer, because I don't mind if Danso gets suspended. I'm also looking at bringing off Vigna at some point, purely because he's not very match fit at the moment. Vlahovic with a free kick for us towards Danso. Not over the goalkeeper though, straight into his hands. And I think the highlight's going to carry on. So, 5 minutes into the second half. And this is the most action I think we've had in terms of highlights all episode so far. With the keeper, Acerbi, ball on the ground to Luis Alberto, intercepted by Chiesa. Vlahovic, ball, oh my word, I thought that was a ball over the top. He went for goal. He went for goal from there. 65th minute. Luckily, we've picked up no more yellow cards, but also no more highlights. Right, we're going to do... I mean, Vlahovic is coming off, which is not a good idea, is it? It's not a good idea. While he's going to come on, I'm tempted to play Lorenzo Luca. He's not had his debut just yet. We're going to take off Vigna for Gvardiol, which is a risk because he is still injured, isn't he? He's got a tight hamstring. He's out for a day. That's a massive risk, but I don't want to lose another game or draw a game if we can help it. Also, Shelderup for Almada. We've still got one more sub to do, which we're going to hold on until later on in the game, which, admittedly, we're already far into the game. Final 10 minutes. We're having shots, but they're not very good. We're going to do this final change now. I've just seen Chasers taken an absolute clattering. Shelderup's also picked up an injury, but we're going to go for Lorenzo Luca. I can't believe we're doing that. If Luca scores on his debut, then the fans can shut their mouths. 4 minutes of injury time, and it's a free kick from Lazio. Haisage is going to go for a run. It's probably not pronounced like that at all. Cancelleri in the middle is Zaccagni, and it's going to be a two defeats. Late goals as well. I'm blaming the update. I'm going to blame the update. Lazio have done nothing all match, and then right at the end they just score. What has happened? Look at this. They've done absolutely nothing until there, and then have one good chance and score it. What? This update's broken it. I'm telling you, it's the update, probably. It's definitely not me. Can I just point out, the Milan game was the first match since the update. Just saying. The last match was an 8-0 win against Regina. We're now going to go forward, play Sevilla, a team that we beat 4-0 away. If we don't do as well as that, I'm blaming the update, everybody. Right, for the Sevilla game then, we've gone for a little bit of rotation, more because we are 4-0 up. We are 4-0 up after the first match, so we shouldn't need to win this game. However, everyone is on heavy match load for some reason. I don't know why everyone is, because some players, Marcos Leonardo in particular, hasn't really played. How was he on heavy match load? That doesn't make sense to me. It's going to be Carnesci in goal, Livramento, Bremer, Danso and Vigna, McKennie and Locatelli in the middle. I'm tempted, actually. Let's not do that. Let's go for Fagioli in the middle, because he's on light match load. Chiesa and Almada, Vlahovic, Leonardo. That's our team. We just need to win a game. That would be nice to win a game on camera. Also, if we concede another late goal, because we conceded a late goal as well against Verona. We've conceded 3 late goals that have cost us wins, potentially, or draws. Bremer with a headed effort. Kevin Danso's trickled that ball across the line. The flag has not gone up. Danso is going to get a Champions League goal for Juve. The goal has definitely been awarded. It is 1-0, and it is Kevin Danso's first goal of the season. I mean, it's a classic, isn't it? It's an absolute classic from Kevin. 12 minutes, and we've got possibly another chance. Bremer with the free kick across to the goal scorer. Fagioli to Almada on the ground, through to Marcos Leonardo. His effort is saved by the U2 frontman Bono. Corner as well. Almada is the man to take it. Right-footed towards Marcos Leonardo. He's not going to quite get there. McKennie collects. Keep this highlight alive. Bremer, long-range effort from the centre-back. Bono saves again. Why does it say Bono, but his name is not Bono? Acuna's corner, cleared by Vlahovic. Delaney isn't going to manage to get there. Maybe he did, actually. Acuna again on the ground, and Bremer clears. It is Sevilla coming forward, though. Witzel to Marçal. Now Acuna. Ocampos in the middle. Plays it on the ground. And Youssef El-Nesri makes it 1-1. Tino with a throw to Chiesa. McKennie back to Chiesa. In the middle, it's crossed. It's Thiago Almada. And Almada makes it 2-1. Every highlight so far seems to be leading to a goal, doesn't it? And they're all very scrappy. Also, another thing that I've noticed since the update, Vlahovic hasn't scored yet. Since the update, he's not scored a goal, I don't think. It might have been a penalty, actually. So, yeah, maybe Vlahovic was just overpowered because of the former match engine. I don't know. I'm probably reading far too much into this, and it's just Football Manager going, yeah, you've been on too much of a good run. We're going to screw you over now. Danso with a ball after 23 minutes. Vigna on the wing. Fagioli in the middle to McKennie. The American finds Chiesa to Vlahovic. Now Tino Livramento down the line. Chiesa crosses. Leonardo's there. Can't get his headed effort on target. So far this season, Marcos Leonardo has been awful for us. Match rating, I think an average of about 6.5, something like that. So I want him to get a goal. I want him to do something good. Get his match rating up. Because he's a good player. He's definitely got the attributes to do it. And he just needs to kind of do it actually on the pitch, doesn't he? It's Vigna on the wing. Plays it all the way back. Weird pass. Danso to Fagioli. Now Almada. Ball over the top. Can't find Almada. Not Almada. The other guy. Vigna. Crosses it. Leonardo's there. And Marcos Leonardo gets his goal. That's what we wanted to see. He's off the mark for Juventus. And we have taken a 3-1 lead now against Sevilla. I'm now starting to think maybe we were just playing good teams in Lazio Milan. Maybe that's what it was, and Sevilla actually aren't as good as those two. Livramento on the wing to McKennie. Down to Livramento on the ground to Marçal, apparently. Not really sure what you were trying there, Tino. And Sevilla now could possibly build from the back. Tecatito plays it back to Regani. All the way back to the keeper. Are we going to try and nick this, or are they just going to pass it around their defence? Acuna to Ocampos. Plays it in the middle to Thomas Delaney. I assume that's Thomas Delaney. Tecatito again. Down the line is Jesus Navas? Surely not. It's Tecatito in a goal, and Carnesci's playing awful. Jesus Corona, or Tecatito, as his shirt name apparently says, makes it 3-2. Carnesci must be on a 6-4. That shot was straight at him, and he's still only dropped down to a 6.6 at the moment. Ocampos with the ball. Right-hand side is Navas. He's going to go for a run. Kicked it straight into number 8, which is Almada. Witzel. Ocampos. Livramento can't quite get there, and it's 3-3. We're getting the flag going up, but I think this is going to count. What's VAR going to say? It's disallowed. We have got lucky there. Well, half-time. This is the most exciting game we've had all episode, isn't it? It's 3-2. We've not been good defensively. We've had a lot of shots. Then defenders, I'm not happy with your defensive work, because basically, you're fine going forward. The only reason why Danso and Vigna have got such high ratings is because they've got a goal and an assist. Going forward, we're good. Defending, we're awful. Carnesci with a goal kick. I want to see a better second half from Carneshi. I want to see some saves. Actually, I don't want to see Carneshi touch the ball at all because I don't want Sevilla getting near our goal. What's happened there? Good, we've got that clear. Not far enough though. Acuna crosses it. Ocampos tries to get it back to Witsel and manages it. Now back to Marçal. Acuna on the wing, crosses it low. It's 3-3. Carneshi's having an awful game, isn't he? He's actually having an awful game. He's dropped to a 6-4. Livramento and Bremer on 6-5. Danso's dropped to a 6.9, despite the fact that he's scored a goal. That shows how badly he's playing. Vina, I think, is doing alright, but that's more because he's doing well going forward. Vlahovic to Marcos Leonardo. Finds Chaser in the penalty area. Takes a touch. He blasts it over the keeper. It's 4-3. The flag has stayed down. It's going to count. And we've got the highlights straight after the goal. So there were 4 goals in our first fixture against Sevilla. There has been 7 in the second, and we've still got 30 minutes to play. If this keeps going, we're getting into double figures for the match, aren't we? It's Bremer. Poor pass from Bremer. And now they're in on goal again. And it's... what is going on? Substitutions time, and we're doing something that I very rarely do. Carneshi's coming off, Heddle's coming on. We're taking off Bremer as well. Both of those two have been horrific, haven't they? They have been absolutely appalling. But look on the bright side, we're probably going to save us a few £100,000 when we find them after the match. Final 10 minutes, it's going to be a 4-4 draw, isn't it? Vlahovic with a free kick for us. It's a ball towards goal. Was that Kevin Danso again? It's gone off for a throw. I don't even know who that was. It all happened so quickly. I think Kevin Danso might have hit the post. Fagioli crosses it in. Chaser's there. He heads just over the bar. It's 4-4. There's minutes left to play, but we're going to do some changes. We're going to do Wahi coming on for Vlahovic, who again has not had a good game. McKennie's coming off for Ravella. How many more subs can we do? Can we do one more? Tino for Gvardiol. Sure, we'll play Gvardiol as a right back because we've only got one right back at the moment because of the injury to Wrench. And the full-time whistle goes then, and it's a 4-4 draw. And it's all because of Bremer and Carneshi. Absolutely, Bremer and Carneshi are to blame for that. That was horrendous. I think I might drop Carneshi for a few matches. Right, I'm going to throw some water bottles at people as well. Bremer and Carneshi are annoyed because I shouted at them. Good, I want you to be annoyed. Right, Bremer, you're on £155,000 a week. You are going to lose 1 week's worth of that, so that's keeping a bit more cash in the club. Carneshi, you're only on 22 grand a week, so this is probably... I mean, it's probably more devastating to you to be fined a week. Can I point out as well, this is sorted by average rating for the last 5 games. Bear in mind, some of these players haven't really played, so Shelrup, Luca, Wahi haven't really played, but defender, 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 goalkeeper. That's a worry, isn't it? 4 of our worst performers are defensive players. And then on the other end of the scale... Striker, central midfielder, fair enough. Good job, Weston McKennie, but that looks like it's one match there, which is, I think, the Regina game, potentially, which is keeping him on such a high run. Vlahovic has not scored a goal since he scored 6 against Regina. Since the match update, the match engine update, he's not scored a goal at all. He's frustrating, but our next episode is going to be Inter Milan, isn't it? That's surely going to have to be our next episode. And then it's going to be a Champions League quarter-final match against an unknown team. I don't know when this is drawn. I think it's actually drawn just before the Inter game, so we'll have to double-check that in just a second. But yeah, it's going to be Inter and a Champions League quarter-final. If the Champions League quarter-final isn't particularly exciting, no offence, Sevilla, we might play Fiorentina and the second leg instead. And yeah, the draw will take place on the 22nd of the 3rd, so we've got a while to wait. So we're not going to see that in this episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And next episode, hopefully we can get back to what we used to, and that's winning lots of games. See you next time.